Hi there. Thank you for tuning in, for sending your questions. I'm Dr. Clelia Lima, nurse practitioner with a passion for wellness. Our topic today will help you with your self care. 5 simple ways to fit health care into your busy life. So, first, let's talk about what is self care. So, self care is intentionally taking care of your health in all aspects. It will help you manage stress, increase your energy, and boost your immune system. Consistently doing small acts of self care can have a big impact in your quality of life. So, the World Health Organization states that self care is one important component for promoting health as it helps prevent disease and better cope with illnesses. So self-care sometimes is so hard because research has shown that increased daily stressors, and that goes, how I'm going to take self-care if I don't have time, right? But stressors of a daily life increase our negative impact in your health, in your physical and mental health. So how many of us have felt overwhelmed just by opening the email, and it's like flooded with so many demands? You have to do things. Your to-do list, sometimes I look at my to-do list and I say there is no hours in the day to do all of that. So you have family obligations, work obligations, financial situations. So it's a fast-paced life, right? So how do we find time to take care of ourselves? So basically, you don't want to wait until you are burned out, exhausted, and then you start self care, because, the time to start self care is before that, right? So, no matter the circumstances, we have to take care of ourselves. So, basically, your self care plan, it has to be personalized. It's not like, it's one fits all. Each person has different needs and different resources, so your self care will, you look different from other people. But I'm going to give you simple tips on 5 different areas that will be very helpful for you to choose and to try some and see what you if you like some of them. Okay. So one thing that I want to do a disclaimer before anything else: self-care is not selfish. And that's what I hear from patients so often, because the way we were raised and society is like, put everybody else first. And then if you have time for yourself, you do something for yourself. But actually, you can only take care of others if you take care of yourself first. You are the priority, and you have to be mindful about your own needs. You cannot give what you don't have. So if you don't take care of yourself, how can you be well enough to take care of the people around you, right? So self-care helps to build resilience, because we have stressors, right? And that's just part of life. It's not gonna, change. So you have resilience and you have tools to deal with life's demands and challenges. So self-care is not a luxury. And sometimes we think that's what it is, right? It's vital for our health and well-being. So open a space for yourself, be good to yourself, and remember, you are a human being. You don't have to be perfect. Have kindness and compassion for yourself. That's how you start, allowing yourself to have self-care. Okay. So the question that I hear all the time in the other group was, with the same question is, I don't have time. How can I fit self-care in my busy life? So that's why we're going to talk about today simple ways to fit self-care in your busy life. I'll give you several examples in each of the 5 areas. The 5 areas I'm going to talk about is physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, and social. And within each one of them, I will give you several options, okay? But remember, they're all interconnected. So some of the activities, they may overlap. So, but you know what? Most of the practice I'm going to talk about today will take 5 minutes or maybe 10. Okay. So very simple ways that you can fit in your busy life because, it's going to be easy. Okay. So the first one is the physical area. Okay. Your body health. Physical self care means attending your physical needs. That's the bottom line. You attend your physical needs, and that includes regular wellness visit to your primary health care provider, your dentist. So those are physical needs. And then I'm going to give you one little tip that it's going to, seem very simple, but bear with me. Drink water. Hydrate yourself. You would be surprised how many patients I have seen in my office that tell me, Dr. Lima, I cannot drink too much water because if I drink water, as you're telling me, 8 to 10 cups a day, that's a lot. I have to go to the bathroom to pee a lot, and I don't have time for that. Can you imagine? So you don't drink water because you don't have time to go to the bathroom and urinate? That's a red flag, okay? So drink your water and pee as many times as you need. You are a human being. You need is your basic need. So drink your water. And there is something interesting about that too, because it's going to be overlapping with the next one I'm going to tell you on the physical need, self-care. Move your body. Move your body. Whatever movements you have to do, simple movements. I'm not talking about going to the gym for 1 hour, working out and, stressing and, sweating. Move your body in simple ways. And let me tell you, when you drink a lot of water, if you work in a desk, in a computer and you're sitting down, many hours a day, if you drink a lot of water, you have to get up and go to the bathroom. That's a way to move your body. You're gonna, walk around. So that's one way. And besides that, if you are working, sitting down for 50, 55 minutes, make sure you get up for 5 or 10 minutes, walk around and stretch and do something to move your body. Okay. So another way to move your body, and again, 5 minutes, you can do a lot of exercise like jumping rope or running in place, stretching, your yoga movements that you do in 5 minutes. So it's very important that you move around. I have been doing the high intensity interval training, and my practice in the morning, it takes 5 minutes. It's a little bit more because I do some extra things, but you can do it in 5 minutes. So it's effective because it makes your heart pump fast, and you get your muscles and your core. Try to do 5 minutes of push-ups. That's very a lot of effort. So a lot of things that we can do in 5 to 10 minutes, and that's taking care of your body. So taking care of your body also, the physical self-care, still the physical self-care is putting inside your body nutritious food. If you are eating all the junk foods and all the foods without proper nutrients, don't expect your mind to function well. Don't expect to have quality of life, because eventually something's not going to go well, because whatever you put inside your body is the nutrition that you're going to build up strength and good health for now and in the future. So I have a suggestion for you. Next time you go grocery shopping, make a list. First of all, it's very important that you make a list before going, to the supermarket, because when you make a list, you have a chance to buy things more mindful. Okay. So after you make a grocery list, go and see the items that are high in carbs and high in sugar, and try to swap those for nutritious value foods. Very important, because then you're going to be, changing your habits, changing the way you eat. And that doesn't take much time. Okay. You're going to go grocery shopping anyway. You're just going to make, better choices of the food that you're ingesting. The gut and the mind, they are connected. They're talking all the time, and your energy and your focus has to do with what you put in your body. So another thing about choices of food, try one different item every time that you go grocery shopping. Try a vegetable or something that you haven't tried before that you know is nutritious. Maybe you're gonna like it. Maybe some different options for you. So, and the last thing on this item of physical self-care, it's gonna take way more than 5 minutes. 7 hours. You know what I'm talking about, right? Sleep, rest. You need rest. If you don't find the time to sleep, hopefully that's not going to happen to you. But I have seen my patients sleeping in the hospital. Then they have some kind of burnout, or some kind of health condition, and they're going to find the time to sleep in the hospital. We don't want that. So find time for your rest. Find time to sleep. Give priority. This is self-care. Okay. Topic number 2 is psychological. Your thinking health. Okay. Psychological self-care. Psychological health care. Let's go on that one. Including guarding your thoughts. That doesn't take time. Don't tell me you don't have time for that, right? Guarding your thoughts. The way you think influences your choices. And then, the ripple effect, right? Expand your thinking to see new opportunities, to expand your time, because, we can expand our times. We just have to get a mindset to find the time. Okay. Another way, to get our minds and our thinking in the right place is, don't be so hard on yourself. One simple way to manage your demands of the day, divide the day in 4 sections, early morning, early afternoon, late afternoon. Because some people come to me and say, oh my gosh, it's 12 o'clock. I haven't done anything on this day. The day is gone. No, just half of the day. So it's a mindset. So you can find a way to expand your time. Another way to expand your time is still on your thinking, okay? The psychological health is learn to say no. When you say no with kindness, okay? You don't have to explain yourself. And, I learned that no is a complete sentence, but sometimes you just want to be kind. You're going to, say no with love, but say no, firm. Because when you say no to somebody else's demands or somebody else's priority, you are saying no to your priorities. So when you say no to their priorities, that is not something that you want to do, you're saying yes to your priorities. So it's important that you learn to say no and don't feel guilty. It's okay. You have choices, and at that moment, that's your choice. So another thing is detach from negative people that are draining your energy. You don't want, protect your thinking, your psychological health. You don't want people to be around you and making you feel bad about yourself and making it just draining your energy. Yeah, just detach with love, because some of those people you have to deal with every day. But just get yourself in a place that is not going to affect you personally. Another way is delegate. You expand your day by delegate things that don't have to be you to do it. That's self-care. Maybe paying somebody to clean your house, that's self-care. Paying somebody to cut the grass, whatever thinking that you can think about, that you can delegate, that you can afford to delegate, you just free up your time so you can take care of yourself. This is a way to do self-care. And remember, you can ask for help and accept help when somebody offers to help you, because sometimes we are so um, um, we are so proud. We don't want people to know we need something or that we can't, handle everything. And you know what? We can't do everything. So asking for help, accepting help is a way to do self-care. And that doesn't take any time. On the contrary, it's going to free up some time for you, okay? Section number 3, emotional. Your feelings health. Emotional self-care has to do with, includes awareness of your feelings. It promotes activities like you need to promote activities that you can quiet your mind, get your emotions in check, that you can be good to yourself. Slow down, don't overload yourself, be in check with your feelings. That helps to reduce stress and boost your immune system. So just be be still. One thing that it was very hard for me, because I've always been like driven to uh results, and I have to produce something, I have to be efficient. Just allow yourself to do mindless things. You don't have to be uh, producing things all the time. Just being watching 5 minutes of funny videos, or something that you like to do that is not um, for a purpose that has to be it has to be counting for work, or something productive. That's the word I was looking for. You don't have to be productive all the time. Sometimes it's okay to just do mindless things. Okay. Creating something can be a way to be in touch with your feelings. You can draw, you can color, you can play an instrument, or if you don't know, you can learn how to play an instrument. Just do something that you feel you're creating something that is doing good for you. Okay. Work on a puzzle, read a book, something that is just for pleasure. Because for me, when I was reading something, it had to be something productive, it has to be something that has a meaning behind it. It's okay, to read just for pleasure. Some people have asked me, how do I take care of myself? Because, I go from work, I'm very, overloaded and burned out for the day. And then I get home and I'm not good for my family. Sometimes just taking 5 minutes sitting down in the car before you walk into the door, you just decompress and help to transition from work to your family life. So give time for yourself. Now, very important on this emotional self care is celebrate yourself. Celebrate small accomplishment. Big, it's okay too, but little accomplishment, celebrate. Give a high five. I promise you, when you do that, you're going to laugh. It's impossible, at least for myself. When I go do a high five in the mirror, I got to laugh because that sounds silly. But that's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be silly, to be funny, to be just, playful. And that's what make your emotional health, your feelings to be in touch with yourself. And that's self-care. Doesn't take what, 30 seconds to do that, you know? Another good one is to dance. Dance by yourself. Just, get yourself moving, and then overlapping, right? Move your body and just, enjoy life. Life is beautiful. Another way to celebrate is to have something visual. I was having the hardest time to be consistent in my piano practice. Some of you know that I have a baby grand piano that I love for many years, but I'm so bad about playing it. And I try several ways, private lessons and all kinds. But lately I have been so consistent on my 5 minutes practice, because before I want to do half an hour, I want to do an hour, you know what? And then I didn't do anything. Now, 5 minutes a day. And then I have a jar, it's a transparent jar, and I put some beads inside every 5 minutes. And sometimes I practice more than five. And if I practice 10, I put two beads. And I'm so proud to see the little jar with a lot of beads. And I'm learning something. So whatever works for you, just be visual and just celebrate yourself, okay? Area number 4, spiritual, your soul health, spiritual self-care. It's not necessarily religious, okay? It doesn't have to be tied up to a religion for you to be spiritual, right? Of meaning, your sense of purpose, your connection with the greater universe. So your self-care in the area of, spirituality, it may take 5 minutes in nature, okay? You just go outside, look at the trees, look at the birds, listen, to the birds singing, and just, enjoy the sunshine for 5 minutes. Or, maybe at night, you go out and look at the sky, look at the stars. If it's raining, enjoy the rain, look at the rain, or even go in the rain and dance in the rain. So connect yourself to nature. Doesn't need to be long, could be, 5 minutes, but just go outside, Part of your spirituality may include meditation. Meditation is a beautiful way to connect with yourself, to just, empty your mind, to be quiet, just to listen to your inner self. That helps a lot to connect with your higher power, whatever, you believe. So if you connect with the church, it's fine too. You may practice prayers and singing, whatever works for you. But you just, get your spirituality in the right place. And, just deep breath. When you're breathing, and then you think about your lungs and your heart and your kidneys, just what is inside of you, this beautiful machine that, it's you, a human being. And then just have a sense of gratitude, gratitude for all the little things and the big things you have in your life. And just, have a list. Maybe at the end of the day, you write the 5 best things that happen in your day, whatever may be. It can be little things. It's powerful how it works. But it's very important to be specific. When you have your gratitude, be specific. And it's better to focus on people and events than in things, So that's a better connection. And the last one, your social area, it's your connection health. Okay, social self-care, I don't want to say it's the most important, but I'm almost saying that it's a key factor on your quality of life. It's a feeling of joy, It gives you a feeling of well-being when you have social connection. We humans, we were made to connect with each other, right? And one of the most powerful way to keep yourself healthy is to have good connections. And it takes 5 minutes a day just to connect with a friend, to call a friend. You can text, you can call on the phone. Or maybe you want to write a letter or a card and send on the mail. When you receive something in the mail, it's like, wow, people don't do that anymore. So it's kind of, special to do that. So surprise someone doing that. Or just visit a friend or invite a friend over to your house, for a special meal, or just go out to eat something, but connect with people that brings you joy, people that gives you good energy. Just be around people that you can exchange good feelings, because that's very important for your health. Actually, several research affirm that connections are part of longer and healthier lives. So important to say. And by the way, you can even say hi to strangers, okay? Make new friends, whatever works for you that makes you feel happy and joyful. Now, important to know that, many questions coming in saying, but how can I do this if I don't have time? It's just a matter of putting your priorities in order. So many years ago, I went on a seminar and I saw this analogy with a jar with big rocks and small rocks. If you put the small rocks first, the big rocks is not going to fit. But if you put the big rocks first inside the jar, the little ones will fit in, will go around. So when you start your day, make sure that you have the big rocks first. And big rocks has to do with your self care. When you do that, you're going to have your time expanded, and then you're going to have time to do all the other things. Actually, you're going to have better focus, and then you can do more things on your day when you take care of yourself first. So, but if you are in a crisis or thinking about, harming yourself, suicidal thoughts and things like that, make sure that you call 911, or, talk to a friend who can help you right away. So mental health is really important, that we are not, forgetting about, people that might be in crisis. So that's it. So just a little update on the pandemic. The cases are still on the down curve in the US and many countries, but we know of China and other countries that are going up for different reasons. So we might expect to have some, increase in cases here too, but not as much as we have seen in the past. And the Omicron BA2 is very infectious, but not as severe. So we we have to be cautious, like, always being, but no panic, and just, trying to do the best we can. The newest news that actually came out today is that FDA approved the fourth dose of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccine. We call the second booster, right? Uh, for people over 50 years old and people with autoimmune disease, and, any high risk for severe consequences of COVID. So, talk to your provider and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay. So please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share with your friends. See you next Tuesday for our live Q&A. Keep moving towards your best self. Be healthy and feel well.